Made You Think posted it for me, yeah? And I had people dissing me like, yeah, you're doing it all for clout. Say, oh, you're doing it all for likes. Do you know there's a lot more things I can do for likes than fucking say I'm gonna give out 5 bags. What do you think I get? So I could go and buy a watch on, or go and do what all them the youngsters do.
Let me
go
tell
and
you
buy
why
a
you're
watch.
doing it.
Like,
You're doing it because of mental health, bruv. You're mentally ill. Do you get what I'm saying? You're mentally ill. You've woken up mentally ill and you thought to yourself,
oh, it's not even that.
That's why this episode is about mental health. So I've invited my brother. Fastlane Wez, here. This episode, the main subject is mental health.
If
He's
I can
mentally
help people,
ill.
I'm gonna help people.
He's woken up. He wants to give out 5 bags with mentally
I'm gonna
health.
give out 10.
Do you get 10 maybe? Do you get what I'm saying?
No, I'm gonna.
Mental.
Because 5 I'm giving out tomorrow on Monday.
Because this is something I rate, and I rate it, yeah.
But I'm gonna,
you know what
the second time round, I'm gonna give 500 to 10 people.
Do you know what it is though, bro?
Instead of a grand to 5.
There's not your sample guy. I've told you this before. There's no more like you. So it's like you're gonna do that,
and then people are saying that I'm doing
there's
it all
still
for
gonna
likes.
be other people
there's
with
much
nothing.
more. Like, and people saying, why you put it on social media? So how the fuck am I supposed to get people to hit me up?
Yeah.
If I want to show you my tune, I put it on social media, innit?
Yeah, exactly. That's how you let.
How the hell am I gonna sit there and
That's
say,
how
all
you
right,
let people know.
So how do I got these 500 people DMing me?
That's how you let people know.
I had to put on the social because I'm using my socials as a tool, not just to profile my watch and my holidays. I'm trying to say, all right, you lot, do you want some help? I'll give you some help generally. And if anybody else wants to help, because I know that bare man out here that I've got
no one else wants 40 to help
40 bag
us.
watches,
no one else wants
big
to
cars. I know you lot could put $1,000 in each.
They're cool, fam.
Because we've been on the road all our life. We've been taking back. We've been robbing. We've been doing everything. We've been taken away from the community. I'm sure we can give back.
We should be able to.
It's like, I don't get what the problem is. I suck your mother. All them youths that was saying to me about fucking, I'm doing it for clout. You suck your mother dry with a straw, pricks. Because I'm fuming. Well, I could have fought everyone in that comment. I swear to God, I wanted to say, you come here one-on-one, all of you.
That made you think.
Or made you think. Go in the comments.
The comments that I get have made you think.
Brother.
Big up made you think though.
Yeah, he's a G.
He posted the podcast, the first podcast. Boom. Anyway, all jokes aside, this whole lockdown thing, yeah, it's affecting people's mental health, which is the main subject today. We're going to be talking about mental health and, you know, how hard it is for men to show their emotions, you get me, as a man, because we've been brought up, you know, that you shouldn't cry or whatnot. And obviously, we got my brother Wez, you get what I'm saying? Wez is always having a mental breakdown every couple months on Insta.
It's not even a mental breakdown, Joe, it is. The thing is, we're out here, we've got to portray a certain way, innit? So we have to, like, they only see the good times when man's driving the big whips.
Yeah.
Pushing big watches and gal and partying and music videos and the high life. Brother, I'm a fucking human. Like, there's gonna be a day I want to smack someone in their mouth. But I can't because now you're a public figure or you're growing, or I'm signed now to Universal and they're like everything's cut. Where's like, off. Like, I'm seeing, I'm like, nah, mate, I'm saying what I want. Like, sometimes I wake up and say, you know what? You see something, you think, this is fucking fake. You think this is fake. So sometimes I think, is it mental health? Or is it just being real? Or is it, I'm just old depression? Sometimes depression, because, bro, no one can escape depression.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Man have big money, big meals. I know man with big money.
Bro, I know man with big money that's fucked.
But I know one you, like, he must have more than at least 15 mil to his name. Hanged himself. Because there's obviously something triggering him. Like, things trigger me. Like I can get triggered because I help so much. Do you know how much people I'm just, yeah, what? Like, because obviously being from the, you know what I mean? We're just saying, yeah, what? Everyone comes with an idea. Yeah, I've got this idea. Yeah, they don't ask for it back. And then next minute, but it's on me because sometimes you didn't get your business right. But I didn't come up. Do you know when you're on the road and you're making 10 bags a week, 15 bags a week, you're not even thinking about, you're just seeing a brother come and say, yeah, bro, I've got this idea. Yeah, have that. And he blows. But then you might need something, because what's happened now, yeah? See, music's got so big and the entertainment's got so big now, everyone's got money. Now everyone thinks that they forget Like, even I forget myself sometimes. Even he's got to pull me back and say, yo, you remember, you know? You know what I mean? So sometimes I don't think it's just mental health. I feel like some days you wake up and you think, look at this fucking, like, man does an interview and you...
You know what it is though? You know what it is though? Do you know what it is though, fam? Yeah?
I think
it's like, it's hard. It's
acknowledgement
it's harder
is
for
key.
men.
If someone gives you acknowledgement for something you've done, it costs nothing.
It's harder for men to show emotion.
Yeah, you're not allowed to. You have to be macho.
Like, me personally, when I see you having them breakdowns on the Insta, sometimes I think like, allow it, blood. Like, you see, I always DM you like, bro, because you see what it is. No. Let me tell you something. Yeah, you see what it is. These people, it's like what you said last time, Cream. See, like when you put things out on social media, they don't care, bro. See, like 99% of them people reading that, they don't care about you. You know what I'm saying? They don't care about you. It's like entertainment, I promise you. Yeah, it's like entertainment to them. It's like entertainment to them.
Brother, do you know sometimes,
don't put that out to the world.
Sometimes I write stuff. Don't put that out to the world. Sometimes I write stuff. You know I'm actually writing it just to get off my chest. I'm not even writing it to anyone. Sometimes I forget it's going to social. Sometimes you just write it like that's texting yourself.
Yeah.
And you know someone's going to see it. But even sometimes indirects.
Yeah.
Sometimes I want to give out a shot like what? Because you rather me do that than we come and punch in your face. You see what I'm saying? Or we get someone to punch you or someone do you something. Like sometimes you would rather that. You'd rather see that Wez. Because if you see the other Wez, or just anything. Like, you have bad days.
Bro, I have a million bad days. I have a million bad days and Instagram wouldn't know. You get what I'm trying to say? Instagram wouldn't know. Even now, blood, I'm doing this podcast. You know me because you're my mate, yeah? So you know things I go through or whatever, yeah? So like my whole thing with me, obviously I understand everyone's got a different mentality or whatever. I could be having the biggest stakeout and I'll still push it into the back of my head. Like, you wouldn't know I'm having the biggest stakeout. Like, because I wouldn't put that out to the world. Like, my closest and my dearest might know. Like, he knows 1 and 2 things what I'm going through or whatever. And I will know 1 and 2 things what he's going through. But the whole world will know what he's going through sometimes. Because sometimes you put it out there like that.
That's not the whole world.
You get what I'm saying?
Sometimes I need to express myself, but I need to let... Well, social media is social.
It's mad. Do you get what I'm saying? It's mad. I
understand. We get lost in the world sometimes.
I understand, you know. I don't think that, but I'm just telling you as a brother. But I'll tell you anyway. But that's just me personally. Because, you know, like, my album was Invisible Tears, innit? Because I'm a man, I hadn't cried for years and years and years since my nan died. So I found it difficult to cry. And I cried this year for the first time in ages. And it was mad because I cried when I was happy. So it's like, I didn't understand it, but it's mad anyway. So, but that's probably because I've held in my emotions so much that I didn't even know how to deal with it. And I felt, it was in Dubai. So I felt guilty that I was even happy. You get what I'm saying? I'm thinking, why am I happy? My mum's dead, my dad's dead, my people them's dead. But I felt happy. So it's like, and then I started crying and I thought, rah, you get me? But only thing I realised after that is, you know what? Crying don't change nothing though. Don't. I felt a little bit better. I felt better. I won't lie. I ain't gonna lie.
It's a release.
I ain't gonna lie. I felt better.
It's a release.
It's a release. Of course it's a release, but I felt better. But I did at the end of it think, well, it don't change anything. But as a man, I think, all right, cool. You can cry, yeah? Because I cried, innit? And I'm a man, I'm a bad boy. Yeah? So cool. So I cried, yeah? So I think you can cry, but cry on your own, innit? Cry on your own. Like, go on your own and cry. Just as a man, just me, Percy, from my bringings, innit? From my upbringings, innit? I'd never seen my dad cry. You get what I'm trying to say? So I didn't know that my dad could cry. So I'm just going off them upbringings. So it's like, all right, cool. As a man, cry, or have your breakdown, but have your breakdown personally. And then, because I put a post up one time, a mental health thing, and I put man up.
Everyone's different as well.
So I can only post things when it's positive.
Not necessarily.
When it's going good.
Not necessarily.
Do you know how many messages? Do you know I have more messages? People say to me, "Fucking hell, man! Like, you actually helped me release." Because sometimes I think, like, because you're not doing well or you got this, you think you got no. Because remember, people think because you got money, you got no problems. I know, man. That said, brother, do you know what, bro? I respect. Bro, sometimes I get more messages from that than actually anything else.
But you can't buy peace of mind, you know.
I can't believe.
That you
They're
can't
like, brother,
buy.
do you know what? You made my day today, bro. Because I was feeling the same way and I thought I was on my own.
Yeah.
So sometimes it can work in that way. Because, bro, everybody has a bad day. Some have more than most.
But that's why it's hard. That's why it's hard for us. You get what I'm trying to say?
And having to
As
hold
men,
things in.
it's hard.
But see the music industry, a lot of people suffer from depression. It's got the biggest in the world.
Bruv, the whole lockdown thing.
Anything else, and lockdown obviously, but music has got suffers with the most depression. Creative minds suffer with the most depression. It's a fact.
Because we overthink.
It's
Look
like,
people-
it's our therapy.
But remember, I'm a man that don't
Come like writing's our therapy.
Yeah,
bro.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm a man that don't
Definitely.
smoke or drink.
Like self-therapy.
I don't smoke or drink, so some people just sit there like that. Remember, look, you're here now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So a
That's
smoker
your
might
fifth
smoke
one.
and exhale
Nah,
through smoking or drink, and some other people might get their release by
Yeah.
expressing themselves on social media.
People release different ways.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, I used to use gal as release. Like, I used to have to be with so much different women just to feel like, I feel like I remember, because you do release energies.
Mm-hmm.
I swear to God, there was one stage where I thought, rah, I was asleep with a bare gal, like, rah, this is getting a bit silly. Like, I was counting up like 6, 7 a week, and there's only 7 days. I was thinking, rah, this is getting, but I was realised because I was lost in myself, and I felt depressed. And I was just like trying to buy relationships, like, yo, you want, because I felt like, you feel like, sometimes I go through some shit like in my head, yeah. I feel like I'm battling myself. And I don't even know. And because you're a man, you feel like, oh, if I go to my buddies, he'll be like, shout away.
Yeah.
Allow it, fam. So I just keep it in. And then next week, something else is on my chest and on my back. I'm like, this is getting a bit, brother, do you know how I know it's mad? Bro, man's actually wrote myself up before. That's what people actually realise.
Say, I shouldn't even laugh. But.
No, but bro, I'm being honest. Man, actually wrote myself up, bro.
And there's people out there that feel
and
like that. Even
I'm not even
now,
gonna explain
do you
how.
get me? It's not. It's deep. Don't. It's not even. It's
I'm
not
gonna
even
explain how I'm
funny.
still here.
Because
No,
it's actually
and
people
See,
out there
I'm laughing
that feel
because I know
like
this
that.
guy, innit? I'm
Do you get
laughing,
me?
and he's never said this to me.
But
He's
that's what I'm saying.
He's never. He's had to come on my podcast, tell me he's strung himself up before.
Bro,
you get what I'm saying?
No, because that's how. Because
Like, you get what I'm saying? I've never heard
But
this.
you wanted me to come here and be honest.
Yeah,
you wanted me to come here and be honest, yeah.
Honestly,
Keep
yeah,
shit
You
real.
want to be
no,
honest,
I did. I rate
So
you.
I'm
Keep
saying,
shit real.
all right, do you know what, I'm gonna be honest, and because sometimes you can just think man's a madman.
No,
But if I break down,
we're all, see me, fam. We're mad. I'm mad. You're mad. We're all mad to me. You get what I'm trying to say? If you ask me,
are we
it's
mad?
about, it's just about knowing your madness.
Have we got something that we haven't released?
It's just about knowing your madness.
Because there's people that say
But
they're
you're
mad.
releasing.
No, but
You're
there's
saying
people
you're
that-
releasing. You're
There's
still
pastors. There's big pastors in church that was on the
Pedos.
road crazy, did all this, found God.
Stuff,
Sometimes
bro.
we're missing something.
Exactly.
Some people get a youth.
Sometimes-
Like, I thought when I had my youth, it might release a bit.
Yeah, 'cause
But I
you-
think it
yeah.
even got worse. Good pressures. Like now I've got someone that's looking at me. Like he's looking up to me, so I'm thinking, flipping heck, am I even doing all right?
Yep. I think a lot of people are walking around with PTSD from things that have happened to them that they haven't released, that they haven't addressed. Do you know what I'm saying? I think people are walking around with generational curses. I think that people are walking around with like a lot of issues. Do you understand? Like where we come from, it's not like the norm, but we've become desensitized to a lot of stuff.
I think that's real.
So certain people that go through what we went through would have been in straitjackets already, but because that's like our norm, do you understand? People are releasing.
And now these youngers are not even know how to even deal with a little thing.
Exactly.
So they're just tabbing up everything.
Exactly.
The first kind of disrespect, you just my postcode. Brother, what are you talking about? You're only like 12. You're tabbing up your bedroom.
Exactly.
Fam, you strung yourself up.
Bro, I'll just be honest.
No, okay, man.
Yeah, but there's
Now, big up you for that.
Yeah.
But, big up you for that.
I'll just be honest,
You know what, fam? Fam, you know how many people have felt like stringing themselves up? You get what I'm trying to say? See me? No word of a lie, yeah. It's like, I couldn't, innit? You get what I'm saying? I'm one of the bravest people I know, but I'm not brave enough for that. You get what I'm saying? I'm not brave enough for that. You get what I'm trying to say? I'm not brave enough for that. You get what I'm saying? To kill myself.
The mind is very
People-
fragile,
I'm not
and
brave enough for
everybody's
You can get yourself
different.
into
brave
such
enough
a
for that.
state, yeah,
Yeah,
Bro,
but
I've never thought.
bruv, I've been in states.
No, I know what you mean. No,
you get what I'm
'cause
saying? But I'm just not brave enough for that. Yeah, I'm just not brave enough for that.
Brother,
you get what I'm saying?
even-
for that.
even-
By the time, like, even if, like, all right, cool. See, like, when man take bare tablets and they overdose, fam, I take all 10 tablets, but I want to change my mind now. And then now what? I want to change my mind. It's too late. I'm finished. I'm out. It like I'm not brave enough for that.
But now
You get
I
what I'm
see
saying?
why
I've
people.
been in jail
but-
and I've my man strung himself up.
But I can see why people
couple
take
doors
drugs.
away.
I can see why people take
You know what I
drugs
mean?
though. Take drugs and drink because it just must have to numb their brain. Because I don't do that. So I don't. I get releases other ways.
Some people take drink and that because they go out when they go out and that partying and all that.
No, but
to make themselves feel
But,
better.
That's what I'm saying.
majority
Yeah,
of
yeah,
people
that's
that
what I'm saying.
smoke
the people
and
do
drink.
that.
That's
People
part
that
of
get drunk
that's
at
part of
lot.
their release.
They feel they can't do it.
Mm.
They can't do it normal.
Yeah.
I know gal that have been like going through things in there, like they've been abused. So they start sleeping with bare man because that's their way of coping with it. And people just say,
Damage.
"Oh, look at that slag," but they don't realize she's gone through
Like
something
she's
crazy.
Yeah, like she's
Mad
damaged,
trauma.
so she's trying to heal in the wrong
People
way.
don't realize they think it's just guys or they just think, brother, there's people out here doing madnesses and they don't even know why they're doing it. All get by and they just say, "Oh, it's bipolar," or no, she's got trauma. Let's ask her. No, fuck that. I'm not asking nothing. I just want to know what she's like. People they want to take because they're not asking your problems when they're sleeping with you.
No.
And they're dicking you down and shit. You know what I mean? They're not asking you what's your problem. They're not asking you nothing. I'll be honest. Like, brother, like this is crazy. Like I've had enough of it.
But that's what people
Like,
need to
I'm
realize
actually-
as well.
I've had a
That
fuck enough of it. Like it's getting to a point where
no, go on.
I'm going to
Oh no,
No, you can cry if you
continue.
want.
No, it's not about crying, bro. See
cry
that?
if you
See,
want.
this is
No.
him. He's lost in this.
Lost?
But even that, like, even that with people sleeping around with each other, like that's transfer of energies as well. Like you're taking on people's
course it is.
demons, people's stuff as well. Like that's another thing that people need to be careful of. So when you're releasing and you're sleeping around here, and here, like it's going to be even worse for you to like
Taking on their energy.
Exactly.
Energy transfer is crazy. Even
Exactly.
in a good way, it's crazy.
Yeah,
That's why you know
exactly.
that people see when someone's blowing the music, yeah, they go and do someone's. That's why a lot of people that are big, they just do things with other people that are big because energy transfer, you bounce
Yeah.
back.
Alright, you
get
see the
his
mental
fire.
health thing, yeah? How do you think it's like, see, like, for instance, when we grew up, yeah, mental health weren't such a big factor. Yeah?
I think it
Like,
was a
on-
big factor.
it
We just
wasn't-
didn't
it
speak
wasn't,
about it
how-
as much.
Yeah, but I'm saying it wasn't in the news. It wasn't
Yeah.
on the agenda. Yeah. Mental health wasn't. I don't remember anyway.
Social
I don't
media.
know how you remember.
I didn't. No.
But
I didn't think
I
that.
don't.
Yeah.
I don't remember it.
Social media's
I
blew
don't.
up.
I don't remember it anyway.
Social
yeah?
media blew
But
up.
so boom. Anyway, so compared to then, why do you think it's so widespread now?
Social
Why do
media.
you think it's spoke? What's the difference?
So-
what
There's more platforms
What
to
is
talk about it.
different
So-
now? I'm talking to Cream. What is different now? Yeah. No, sorry.
Yeah, no.
No, but you get he's
No. But what I was,
I'm saying,
what,
he's still going mad.
what I
I'm
was
talking
trying to say,
Cream.
what I was trying
But-
to say in the before is, I believe that mental health has always been there, but it's just that it's more spoken about now. When we was growing up, there was mental health because there's a lot of kids, there's a lot of people back in the day that speak about being abused, molested. They had a funny uncle, funny granddad or whatever. We just didn't speak about it because you're not meant to speak about what happens in your family. It's
Your
just
family
that,
don't want to speak about it.
and your family don't want to, you don't talk about what goes on, this, that, and that. There was always mental health, but we just, didn't
People
address
coming
it.
out was
but
the bad- they became the bad
so
person.
now we're in a generation of everybody's talking, innit? Everybody's got a
Social
platform,
media.
everybody's got a voice. So that's why you're hearing more and more people's stories. Do you understand? Whereas before people would protect, like
I
protect.
see lockdown.
They don't
is going
as much.
to bring out more
and more because
suicide.
yeah,
the suicide
because I have
rate's gone up.
I know
Yeah.
somebody that's a social worker, and they said like since the lockdown, it's gone so high. Like like kids that get abused, that get beaten up because they're inside their house,
Locked in with them.
and they're locked in with them. It's even worse.
Can't see your family.
exactly.
Release, talk to
so
someone.
yeah.
Mad.
So it's really bad.
Yeah, so what you got to say about, well, you got to say, he's got a lot to say about.
But I'm telling
What you
it's
got to say about
crazy.
is, because obviously I'm a bit older than you, but still, like same generation. Like,
Chemical
it wasn't
imbalance
so,
as well.
it wasn't so outrageously out there when we grew up. Like,
No, one
mental
thing I
health,
want to
mental
tell
health.
you,
now it's like
from young I
everywhere.
had a chemical imbalance, yeah. but they call it things like ADHD. Like, so it's just, I think it's just a way that you don't have to express yourself because of the trauma you've been through. You've been like someone's, like, remember when people are telling you, oh, they're pushing you to the side, that's kind of like, you feel like neglected. You feel like, raw, what's wrong with me?
Yeah.
So you can grow up like, so then anybody saying, yeah, come join us. You're like, yeah, fuck that. I'm one with them. That's why so many people join gangs. They feel loved for once. Because their dad at home is telling them, fuck off, what do you want? Well, he's depressed or stressed because he can't bring the money and he's lost his job.
Yeah.
Because men, we've been built and trained to be a way like robot, Terminator. But even Terminator's getting licked down.